This is WBTV Breaking News. I'm standing on the steps of Loman Hall, where President of South Carolina State University, Dr. George E. Cooper, resigned. This will be effective on March 30th, 2012. If you would like any more information, please tune into the YouTube channel titled Bulldog Television under WBTV News. Also, if you would like to get any more information, you can look on the website of the newspaper called The Collegian. This has been WBTV News with Shanita Thomas.
Good morning. I'm Erica Taylor, Director of University Relations and Marketing here at South Carolina State University, and I want to thank you for assembling here today. You will now hear from our President, Dr. Cooper, followed by Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr. John H. Corbett, followed by Secretary of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Robert Nance. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. I have a letter that I'd like to read, dated March 2nd, 2012. It's addressed to Dr. John Corbett, Vice Chair, Board of Trustees, South Carolina State University, 300 College Street, Northeast, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Dear Dr. Corbett, I'm pleased to have been associated with South Carolina State University as president for the last 4 years. I've enjoyed my time with the board, faculty, staff, alumni, and more importantly, the students of South Carolina State University. I wish to say thank you to the city of Orangeburg for its partnership with South Carolina State University and me. In the last 3 months, this university has been challenged with many issues beyond my control. I certainly appreciate the cooperative spirit that the board has shown regarding my administration. But after much deliberation, I have decided to tender my resignation as president of South Carolina State University, effective March 30th, 2012. My reason for resigning is to be able to devote time to my family and other career interests. I wish to thank my wife, Diane, the First Lady of the University, and my family for their support and prayers for South Carolina State University and me. I recognize the collective need to move forward, which I believe is productive, and accept a severance compensation package in the amount of $268,000 payable from non-state funds as of March 30th, 2012. I agreed to enter into a standard mutual legal release. Please note that my departure is voluntary, not forced, as I believe the steps I've taken in the last 90 days will allow the board to continue to restore integrity, trust, and academic excellence to this fine university. I thereby ask that you acknowledge consensus with my voluntary resignation by affixing your signature to this letter. In the next 30 days as president, I will continue to work with the board in identifying and clearing up any programmatic and fiscal issues which need to be addressed at South Carolina State University. I have signed this, and it's been signed appropriately by the Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The trustees want everybody to know that South Carolina State University is alive and well. We will move forward in a positive way. We have a great faculty, wonderful staff, and over 4,000 students, and we're moving forward. Now, we've had some challenges, but the sky has not fallen. South Carolina State University is alive and well, and will go forward in a positive way.
Thank you, Dr. Corbett. Good morning. My name is Robert Nance. I'm Secretary of the Board of Trustees at South Carolina State University. Dr. Corbett, on behalf of the board, has asked me to make the following statement. We are here today to offer a formal and heartfelt apology to all students, faculty, staff, alumni here at South Carolina State University and the citizens of this great state of South Carolina. Several months ago, serious allegations regarding criminal misconduct, unethical conduct, and mismanagement were brought to the attention of the administration. Outside counsel, in conjunction with the South Carolina State University Internal Auditor's Office, was empowered to investigate those allegations. After consultation with the Internal Auditor's Office, outside counsel, and the State Human Resources Office, the administration took direct and decisive action. Today, we begin a long, hard journey to restore, rebuild, and reestablish confidence, integrity, and trust in our beloved university. Today, we as a board pledge to continue aggressively reviewing all university operations, from the Board of Trustees, to the foundations, to the administration, to the individual academic departments, and especially finance, with a critical eye so that difficult but necessary changes can be made to operate the university in the best interests of the students. At this time, we would like to express our sincere appreciation for Dr. Cooper's courage to begin this review and for his most recent decision to step aside and allow new leadership to take the university forward. We would also like to acknowledge our First Lady, Mrs. Cooper, and thank her for her support for the university and the president and her dedication to the university. Today, the board will begin focusing on finding both interim and permanent leadership necessary to restore confidence, integrity, and trust for not only the students, but for the South Carolina State community and the state of South Carolina. At this time, we will take a few questions and try to answer those. We'll respond to those questions. Thank you.
Can you comment on the nature of what was uncovered in this investigation?
We have attorney Reggie Lloyd with us, who led the internal investigation, and I'll let him comment on that.
Thanks, Trustee Nance. To answer your question, those allegations and information that were brought to the administration's attention are being referred and have been referred to the appropriate law enforcement agencies. Let's just say that those problems extend from literally the board throughout the campus administration. Those are being dealt with in the venue that best affords all those individuals the proper due process that they're entitled to. What I want to make clear, though, is that not only are those allegations being dealt with by the campus and the administration and this board, but any issues relating to unethical conduct or just mismanagement are also being dealt with. And that's been a long process. It's been a difficult process and a complicated process for this board to work through, but they are doing that and they're going to continue to do that.
Is this a federal investigation at this point?
Jody, I'm not going to comment on where we've referred those to at this point. I will tell you that at least our investigation and allegations that were made known to the university do involve criminal allegations in many cases, some cases unethical allegations, and in some cases just mismanagement. We've taken those and had to try to begin dealing with those internally. If there are mismanagement issues, if there are criminal issues there, we refer those to the proper authorities.
You say it stretches from the board down. Can you just tell us if there's any criminal allegations been made against any board member at South Carolina State?
Jody, I'll say that out of those three categories that I've mentioned, potential criminal allegations, potential ethical lapses, potential mismanagement, those three categories apply to, as I said, from the board throughout the administration.
How long do you expect it would be before? How long do you expect it would be before we hear more detail about those specific allegations?
Repeat the question.
The question is, how long before we begin to hear more details about those allegations? Bear in mind that President Cooper, supported by the board, very recently made some termination decisions. Those people are being afforded due process rights through a grievance process. We need to get through those to protect their privacy and their interests and their due process rights before we can begin to comment specifically on those kinds of individuals or those specific instances of allegations. Over the next 30 days, as Dr. Cooper remains here as president, we're going to begin to continue not only briefing the board, but preparing a report for the board and for the president regarding many of these matters, not just outlining and detailing what those problems were, but where the university needs to instill proper controls, proper compliance, and strong accountability. Everybody recognizes that there are problems that have long existed here. Many of these issues relating to potential criminal allegations, potential misconduct, or ethical issues are really symptomatic of much more deep problems that have existed on this campus. And that involves, again, as I said, from the board throughout the administration. So those have to be fixed. The board has been very blunt about discussing those issues over the last several months, and we're going to have to continue doing that before we can propose serious solutions, not only at this university, but hopefully in conjunction with the proper offices in Columbia at the state level and with the General Assembly.
Is the investigation complete, and will there be more personnel changes in the future?
No, the internal investigation that Dr. Cooper launched is not complete. And I would anticipate that there will be more decisions, maybe of a personnel nature, maybe of other types of action that the board will have to consider and likely take.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.